Hello good people, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are going to read about English in a very interesting way, and mostly we are also going to base on the current affairs. The mood of the country today is not so good because the attitude of the youth towards the government has changed drastically. This is because of some key areas which the youth feel like they have to be improved on. This is very interesting. And the way things are being handled, it's making the situation more interesting. But today, let's look at intonation. Intonation, it is the highness or lowness of pitch during speech. And there are different types of intonation. We have rising intonation, we have falling intonation, and others talk about the falling rising intonation. Intonation is used during different circumstances depending on the attitude, tone, and mood. For example, with the rising intonation, it's used while tackling yes or no answer questions. Also, when expressing feelings of surprise, excitement, or joy. Also, when listing items. For example, if you are going to buy bananas and mangoes, you are going to use a rising intonation. So the other type of intonation, the falling rising intonation, best defines the situation in Kenya right now. For example, when the youth are being too loud for their rights to be noticed, the leaders are coming low to try and examine what is not happening. And there have been a lot of consequences for the same, both positive and negative. But today, I'd like to address mostly on the impact of these demonstrations, especially on the economy of Kenya. And I'll address the following through letters. We all understand letter writing since time immemorial. In Kenya, letter writing is the norm for WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter, especially in high schools. So, there are different types of letters. We have friendly letters and we have formal letters. To the Gen Zs, I would like us to address these issues, but let us also concentrate on the impact that our actions are having on the economy of our country. And to the government, also like us to consider that the economy is in our hands, and therefore you have to do something to make sure that you are not wasting the economy. So let's talk about letters. There are two types of letters: friendly letters and formal letters. And the formats differ quite slightly. For the content, for the friendly letters, we have the address, one address, which is the writer's address, the salutation, which is the person receiving the letter, and then the body, what you're talking about or the content of your letter. After the body, you sign off your letter. Example of a friendly letter here. I'll prefer the address as Queen Sigma since it is my official name. And since I do not have a physical address, I'll call it #001 and my town is Bungoma. So for the address, it must have the date and your date must be in words. For example here, Queen Sigma, PO Box, #00 Bungoma. The date is 11th July 2024. I'm going to address this letter to the youth of Kenya. Dear youth, the feelings about the outrageous finance bill are totally fine. The reaction is an epitome of modern democracy in comparison to the archaic norms where impunity and corruption are the order of the day. It is indeed sad to witness the kind of brutality most youths have undergone, and the struggle is still ongoing. This has painted our leaders as no better than hooligans and murderers. Nevertheless, when is this coming to the end? However, the need to get rid of rats does not necessitate the burning down of the whole house. Economically, things are headed downwards. Apparently, we have been normally ranked among the betters, but if there is no wisdom to calm down the situation, there shall be a shift in statistics. Kindly, let us remember the repercussions of unlawlessness. There is need for economic development and structuralism. A little order won't paint us any lesser warriors than we already are, and remember, uncontrolled actions lead to unknown results, and unity is strength. The insurmountable pain caused to the families and friends of our fallen heroes was quite unnecessary. But since it is what happened, unknown results are so less a cause for the departed souls worth medals for their courage and resilience. Let us therefore come together and make pact for the era we all are up to. Let there be joy, peace, love, and harmony in our hearts. Let there be a lot of positive development in our country. May our Kenya be blessed with peace, Queen Sigma. So you can read from the tone of the letter that it's a friendly one, and the language is quite informal, but it must be grammatically correct.